Senegal's newly elected president, Bassirou Diomaye Faye, has taken a notable step by making Arabic an official language of the nation, signaling a move towards greater cultural diversity and inclusiveness. This change comes as France's colonial influence diminishes across Africa, with many countries on the continent, including Senegal, increasingly seeing France as an undesirable influence. Following his victory as an opposition candidate, President Faye articulated in a March 26 televised speech that Senegal remains dedicated to fulfilling its international responsibilities and strengthening its alliances. He also stressed the importance of reforms within the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. The shift away from French, a vestige of colonial times, underscores Senegal's quest for autonomy and marks a profound shift in its national identity. Senegal, known for its stability, stands out as a significant contributor to the ECOWAS. On a parallel note, on December 6, 2023, Burkina Faso's State Council passed a landmark amendment to its constitution. This amendment recognizes local languages such as Diola, Mor, and Fulfulde as official languages, while relegating French to a working language. Minister of Justice, Idasso Rodrigue Bayala, announced this change, highlighting it as part of a wider effort to overhaul the constitution, following the military junta's rise to power after the coup d'état on September 30, 2022. This move reflects Burkina Faso's commitment to embracing its rich linguistic diversity. Although French continues to be the language used in government, education, and business sectors in Burkina Faso, it is not the native language for the majority of the Burkinabe population. Elevating local languages to official status not only acknowledges the nation's cultural diversity, but also facilitates wider participation in its political and economic arenas. Under the direction of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, Burkina Faso has been actively distancing itself from French colonial influence. In support of this shift, numerous rallies advocating for a new constitution have occurred across the nation, following Captain Traoré's earlier commitment to implement a partial constitutional revision 2 months ago. The Prime Minister of Burkina Faso, Apollinaire Joachim Kailam de Tambela, stated that drafting a new constitution is an assertion of the nation's political, economic, and cultural sovereignty. He remarked, "No one can truly flourish from the concepts of others," referencing the previous reliance on the French constitution. This recent constitutional change, which reduces French to a working language while promoting local languages to official status, represents another significant step by Traoré's government to sever ties with France's legacy and influence. The Burkinabe military government has taken decisive actions by ordering the removal of French military forces and media from Burkina Faso, terminating defense and security agreements with France, and pivoting towards Russia. Additionally, in August 2023, they rejected long-standing French double taxation agreements established in 1965. A similar shift occurred in Mali, where the new constitution, passed by 96.9% of voters in a June 18th referendum, has removed French as the official language, a status it held since 1960. However, French will still be used as a working language, while 13 other national languages in Mali have been elevated to official status. It's important to highlight that Mali is home to about 70 local languages, including Bambara, Bobo, Dogon, and Minyanka, which were recognized as national languages in a 1982 decree. Since assuming power through a coup in August 2020, Colonel Assimi Goïta, the leader of Mali's military junta, has played a key role in enacting the country's new constitution. This constitution signifies the start of the Fourth Republic in Mali. The presidency views this new constitution as a vital move towards the nation's reconstruction. Mali's decision to eliminate French as the official language coincides with rising anti-French sentiments throughout West Africa, fueled by perceived military and political meddling by France. It is crucial to recognize that France's historical relationship with African nations has been characterized by exploitation and domination. Even after the official end of colonialism, France has sustained its influence over its former colonies via post-colonial arrangement known as Françafrique. This system has hindered African countries from attaining complete sovereignty and enabled France to continue its dominance across the continent. The primary aim of France's neo-colonial efforts in Africa is to exploit the continent's resources. From Cameroon to Senegal and Ivory Coast to Gabon, France actively works to maintain its waning influence through preferential access to raw materials and favoring French companies in government procurement. Additionally, France controls the economies of its former colonies through the West African franc, a currency tied to French gold reserves and used across Francophone Africa. This currency system and the banking structures in these countries are designed to profit from Africa's wealth. France's approach to African politics demonstrates a double standard, especially regarding democracy. Paris often criticizes coups in countries where its interests are threatened, yet may support similar upheavals elsewhere. This inconsistency undermines stability and democratic integrity across Africa, leading to poverty, corruption, and autocratic rule, all contributing to the region's underdevelopment. Furthermore, in areas where France cannot maintain control, it often stirs or sustains chaos, exacerbating conflicts and instability. Despite ongoing challenges, African nations remain under the military and political influence of France, which aims to maintain its primary role in arms supply and regional influence. With the rise of global powers like China, India, Russia, and Turkey, Africa is witnessing a new wave of independence movements, particularly in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. These movements, fueled by anti-French sentiment, have led to increased protests, the expulsion of French military forces, and the toppling of pro-French governments, though they have also adversely affected local economies. Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger have initiated a federation project in response to ongoing challenges, while the idea of the United States of Africa gains momentum. This resurgence of Pan-Africanism signals a shift in Africa's development trajectory. Historically shaped by colonialism and neo-colonialism, Africa's landscape now sees the entry of new global players like Turkey, China, and Russia. Each brings unique advantages that could foster Africa's growth, offering alternative partnerships and resources to reduce dependency on traditional Western influences. Turkey's strong economic and diplomatic presence makes it an important ally for Africa's economic growth. Leveraging its strategic location, Turkey facilitates global trade and investment, offering support for African nations' economic development. Russia's significant military capabilities position it as a key global political player, providing valuable security assistance to African countries. Lastly, China's extensive economic influence and infrastructure investments across Africa make it a critical partner for African nations seeking development. Collaboration with Turkey, Russia, and China offers African nations a way to offset the influence of traditional imperialist powers like France and the United States. These partnerships, based on equality, help dismantle remnants of colonialism by creating mutually beneficial projects. Strategic alliances in economic, military, diplomatic, and geopolitical spheres with Ankara, Moscow, and Beijing are essential for Africa's development and overcoming colonial legacies. If you found this insightful, please subscribe to the African Web channel for more updates. Do not forget to like, share, and leave your comments below. Your feedback helps us cover more important topics.